Dear students, in this video we are going to see about graph representation. What is meant by graph representation? It is nothing but a technique to store graph into a memory of a computer. To represent a graph, we just need a set of vertices and its neighbor. We just need set of vertices and for each vertex in its neighbors. Okay, so to represent a graph, we need two things. One is vertex and its neighbors. If it is a weighted graph, then I need the weight of that particular graph that is associated with each edges. Okay, so type of graph representation. We have two types of graph representation. They are adjacency matrix and adjacency list. So to store the graph into the memory of a computer, we can do in two ways. One is using adjacency matrix method, another one is using adjacency list method. What is the process of adjacency matrix? Adjacency matrix is a sequential representation where it is used to represent which nodes are adjacent to each other. Okay, if the edges are connected to the graph, then they are going to be the adjacent nodes. Correct? If they are having edges connecting, common connecting between the nodes, then we can call those nodes as adjacent nodes. Okay, so we are going to represent using adjacency matrix. In that we need adjacent nodes. In this representation, we have to construct n into n matrix. Okay, if there is a edges from a vertex I to j, then the corresponding element of a of ij is going to be 1. Otherwise, it is going to be 0. If there is any weight associated with it, then we are just going to put that weight instead of 1 and 0. Let's see how we are going to do. Okay, so this adjacency matrix representation and adjacency list representation can be done differently for both directed and undirected graph. Okay, if it is an undirected graph. Okay, if it is undirected graph, then we can travel from A to B and B to A also. Okay, so from A to B we have one vertex. Sorry, edge. So A to B 1. From A to A we don't have any path, so 0. Okay, so first we will be giving the number of edges, vertex. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E. From A to A, I don't have any path, so 0. From A to B, I have 1. Then A to C, yeah, I have vertex, edges. Okay, edge. From A to D, yes, I have edge. A to E, I don't have edge, so I will be putting 0. Okay, then from B to A, I have 1 edge, so 1. Okay, from B to B, I don't have. C, from B to C, no. Then D2 itself, yes, I have one loop, so I'll be putting 1. Then D2E, I have a edge. So this is how you will construct the adjacency matrix for an undirected graph. If it is a directed graph, then from A to B I have way, but B to A I don't have. So B to A it will be 0, A to B it will be 1. Okay, same way from A to C I have path. So A to C 1, but C to A I don't have any path. So C to A it is going to be 0. So self loop is there now, it is going to be 1. Understood? So this is the adjacency matrix representation for both directed and undirected graph. Make sure we are concentrating more on the direction while constructing the adjacency matrix. Next we are going to see what is meant by adjacency list. So it is another way of representing a graph in a memory. Okay, where we are going to use the linked list representation. Okay, here also we are just going to consider the vertex. Okay, we maintain the list of its neighbors. So same as adjacency matrix only, we are going to do in a list format, that is linked list format. Okay, we have an array of vertex which is the index by the vertex number, and for each vertex v, the corresponding array element points to single linked list of neighbors v. Okay, in this also we can just use array concept. Okay, let's see how we are going to do. Okay, this adjacency list also can be done in two ways. One is using index value, another one without index value. So see here, directed graph implementing using linked list. Okay, so A to B. Okay, A is one node. Okay, we are just representing that in a node representation. Okay, so B address I'm going to store in A. So A to B, then A to B, A to C. That is one representation. Then from B nodes, B to D, B to E. So these are the adjacency. Okay, then C to D. Yes. Okay, D to A, it is there. Then D to E. D to A, then D to E. Okay, then from E, we don't have any out degree. So it is null. So using array representation, no? Array. Here we are just giving A, but here I am just giving 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's index position. Okay, so from A I can traverse to A to B to C. From B, same what we are representing here, I'm just going to represent, but here I'm not storing the address of the next node. I'm just giving the node's name alone. So these are the different ways of representing a graph in the memory. Okay, we have two representation. Okay, adjacency matrix and adjacency list. Adjacency matrix we have for separate ways for directed graph and undirected graph. Same way, adjacency list we can do using the linked list concept, or otherwise we can go for array concept. I hope you are clear about the graph representation. Thank you.